How would you like it if some grown man, when she becomes old, hits on her?
The case begins with a jaw-dropping question from the judge. How would you like it if some grown man, when your daughter gets older, hits on her? Right from the start, she forces Francisco Marquez to imagine the pain he's causing in the future. The emotional weight is undeniable.
Marquez?
Yes, sir.
Court is calling 2025 CR 007971, State versus Francisco Benito Marquez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
The state of Texas.
And are you Mr. Marquez? Counsel, have you received all discovery?
Yes, sir.
Did you review it with your client? Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Marquez, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do it.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? All right. Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? And defense, I'm sorry, you have no objections? Okay. Did you understand the state is proceeding on an assault?
The charge is clear: assault causing bodily injury to a family member. Punishment could mean up to 1 year in jail and thousands in fines. But a plea deal is on the table. Still, the judge warns Marquez, she's not bound to accept it if his actions demand something harsher.
You understand? If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your...
The police report is damning. It says Marquez struck the complainant while she was holding their baby. Picture that, a mother protecting her child, only to be attacked by the very man who should be protecting both of them. The contradiction is staggering.
Finding of family violence, and there's to be no contact with the complainant. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent? Did you understand that to be your plea? Defense is at the plea?
Yes, sir.
State is at the plea?
That is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, you have a child with her?
Yes.
And send it to stipulation of testimony and stipulation. You have a child with her?
Yes.
And so according to the police report, you were upset that somebody said she was on Facebook and she's holding a child in her hand, so you hit her?
My knowledge, remember that was what happened, you know?
Well, did you hit her, yes or no? Oh, so then you want a jury trial while we're here?
Oh, no, man.
Well, no. See, I'm going by the stipulations. And when I receive stipulations, this is what stipulations mean. Stipulations mean you're saying that if these people were to come in and testify, this is what they testify to and what they're testifying.
When pressed, Marquez dodges, acting nervous, refusing clear answers. But the judge cuts through it. Does nervousness make you dishonest? If you loved her, you wouldn't hit her. This moment highlights the hypocrisy, claiming love while using violence.
Why are you doing this? What is your issue? Obviously, you have anger issues. Obviously, you do not love her, because if you did, you would not hit her. So, what's going on?
It's, explaining the, I guess it was just one of them things, like, I guess they just lost us, very things. That's always been on.
Well, here's the thing. It's not just one of those things. You have an issue because you have a continuous violence against family. So that's an issue. So what is going on with your world and why are you doing this? And here's the thing. My intent is not to embarrass you, but sometimes people come before me and they don't even think about their actions. I'm sure you're just thinking about, hey, it's 83 days. I have a judgment satisfied. I don't have to go to jail. But if you don't figure out why you're behaving the way you're behaving, you're going to be right back here. And you're going to end up meeting somebody who's not going to tolerate this. Or either somebody who has a brother who's not going to tolerate you putting their hands on their sister.
The judge warns him, keep this up, and one day, it won't just be the court. A brother, a father, or someone else won't tolerate him laying hands on their loved one. Violence has consequences, and sooner or later, someone will strike back.
Have you even thought about it?
I just, that's something I do to regret.
No, I mean, we can have regrets, but the question is, why do you keep doing the same thing?
Honestly, for that, that's all that.
You need to find out the answer, because otherwise you're going to be right back here. And I'm assuming the state is offering this because maybe the complainant doesn't want to come forward, and it's like, no, I don't want to come forward and testify. And I understand the circle of violence, but she needs to start protecting her child, because the fact that you have a daughter, is this your daughter that she was holding? How would you like it if some grown man, when she becomes old, hits on her?
Speak my language, I'll probably behind bars.
Yeah. And so the person you hit, maybe her father wants to be behind bars, and you're not thinking about that. And children learn from the people who are around them. You know, when you see a child who's using profanity, you know where they learned that from? The people around them, because that's how they learn to talk. They listen.
Here's where the stakes deepen: the children. The judge reminds Marquez that kids learn from what they see. By hitting their mother, he's teaching his daughter that abuse equals love. That's the cycle of violence, one generation handing pain to the next.
Love her mom, and you hit on her mom, and you're hitting on her in public, which means I don't know what you're doing with her behind closed doors. And how many children do you have?
Like just for her, like overall.
Oh, overall.
But,
All right. And what are their ages?
15-year-old, 14-year-old, 3-year-old, 3-year-old.
And the 2-year-old, is this at the time was the 10-month-old that she was?
The judge uncovers even more: multiple children of different ages, yet no real fatherhood. Instead of being someone his kids can admire, he's modeling neglect and violence. She calls it out directly, multiplying children without taking responsibility.
Family violence because she's not showing up to court. But this is what I have to do. Part of my job is protecting the community, even when they don't want to be protected. And there are women out there who are going to think you're a good catch because they're meeting your publicists until they end up having a child with you. Then they're meeting the real you. So the court is finding you guilty. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, 83 days in the Bexar County Jail, give you credit for any time served. And you say the judgment is satisfied? All right, I'll show that the judgment is satisfied. There's to be no contact with Dana Cavazos, that's Cavasos, and there's
The ruling is made. Guilty of family violence. 83 days in jail. A $500 fine. No weapons, no contact with the victim, and no living with minors. It's not the harshest sentence possible, but it's a permanent mark, an official finding of family violence.
over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can drop the record. You better change your life. And I know what some of those tattoos mean. So if you're not intending to be someone that a child can tell people in that class, that's my dad, then you need to cut them loose because they don't need you in their life. You understand?
The judge ends with brutal honesty. If you're not going to be someone your child can proudly say, "That's my dad," then you don't belong in their life. It's both a warning and a challenge: change, or lose your family forever.
Over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can drop the record. You better change your life. And I know what some of those tattoos mean. So if you're not intending to be someone that a child can tell people in that class, "That's my dad," then you need to cut them loose because they don't need you in their life. You understand?
So, what do you think? Did the judge go too easy by following the plea deal, or should Marquez have faced harsher punishment? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more courtroom breakdowns like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.